Good morning, dear students. We'll discuss now concept and problem related to the wedge friction. What is the given problem? The problem is a block overlaying a 10 degrees wedge on horizontal floor and leaning against a vertical wall and weighing 1500 newtons is to be raised by applying horizontal force to the wedge. Assume the coefficient of friction between all contact surfaces in contact to be 0.3. Determine the minimum horizontal force to be applied to raise the block. Now we'll draw the diagram related to this problem. This is the floor and this is the wall and this is the block to be raised. This is the wedge. P is the applied force. After applying the force P, this block tends to move up and moves rightward direction onto the wedge. That is, after applying the force P, this block tends to move up on the wall and moves rightward direction on the wedge. That is, this block is moving upward direction on the wall and rightward direction on the wedge. So frictional forces are acting opposite to the motion of the block. That is downward direction on the wall and leftward direction onto the wedge. Next step is writing data for the given problem. Weight of the block 1500 newtons. Angle of the wedge with the horizontal 10 degrees. Coefficient of friction for all contact surfaces mu is equal to 0.3. Angle of friction is phi. So tan phi is equal to mu is equal to 0.3. Therefore, phi is equal to 16.699 degrees, which is equal to 16.7 degrees. We have to determine the minimum horizontal force P to be applied to raise the block. N1 is the normal reaction on block at wall. N1 is the normal reaction on block at wall and N2 is the normal reaction at bottom of block as well as top of the wedge surface here. And N3 is the normal reaction on wedge at the contact of the floor. F1 frictional force between wall and block, between wall as well as block. F2 frictional force between wedge and block, frictional force between wedge and block. F3 frictional force between wedge and the floor. P is the applied force. R1, R2 and R3 are the resultants of normal reaction and frictional force at wall, contact of block and wedge and at floor respectively. The solution part is divided into two parts, that is drawing FBD for block and wedge, and next step is moving toward considering the equilibrium conditions. As block is having less number of unknowns than wedge, we'll start with FBD of block first. Because of the application of the force P onto the wedge, this block tends to move up and moves rightward direction onto the wedge. So frictional forces are acting opposite to the motion of the body, that is downward direction on the wall and leftward direction on the wedge. Now we'll draw free body diagram of this block. As block moves up, friction force acts down and block moves right. Friction forces acts leftward direction on the wedge. N1 is the normal reaction onto the block. N2 is the normal reaction on the block at the contact of the wedge surface. W is the weight of the block, that is 1500 newtons, and F1 as well as N1 is to be replaced with R1, resultant force. N1 and F1 is to be replaced with resultant force R1. F2 and N2 is replaced with resultant force R2. And this resultant force R1 is making an angle phi with the normal reaction. This R2 is making an angle phi with the normal reaction, and this normal reaction is making an angle 10 degrees, that is angle of the wedge. This is angle of the wedge, and this is angle of friction, that is angle between R2 and N2 as well as R1 and N1. Here R1 is making an angle 16.7 degrees with this horizontal axis, and R2 is making an angle 26.7 degrees with this vertical axis of this block. Horizontal, vertical, weight 1500 newtons vertically down, R1 16.7 degrees with the horizontal, R2 26.7 degrees, and resolving R1 as well as R2 into horizontal as well as vertical components. This is R1 sin 16.7 degrees. This is R1 cos 16.7 degrees. And again resolve this R2 also. This is R2 sin 26.7 degrees. And this is R2 cos 26.7 degrees. Now we'll consider the equilibrium conditions for this block. That is summation of forces in the horizontal direction is equal to 0. That is sigma f of x is equal to 0. What are the horizontal forces here? R1 cos 16.7 degrees, R2 sin 26.7 degrees. So rightward forces positive, leftward forces negative. Then R1 cos 16.7 degrees is equal to R2 sin 26.7 degrees. Therefore, R1 is equal to R2 into 0.469. After simplifying this, we get R1 is equal to R2 into 0.469. This is equation number 1. Now we consider summation of forces in the vertical direction is equal to 0. That is sigma f of y is equal to 0. Here vertical forces are R1 sin 16.7 degrees, R2 cos 26.7 degrees, and W. Upward forces positive, downward forces negative. Then 1500 plus R1 sin 16.7 degrees is equal to R2 cos 26.7 degrees. Because R1 is equal to R2 into 0.469, substitute this value in this equation. After substituting this, and simplify the equation, we'll get R2 is equal to 1977.32 newtons. This R2 value is to be used in the later stage of the solution. Because we are applying force onto the wedge. Because of that, the wedge moves left. Because of that, wedge moves left. So friction forces on the wedge are acting rightward direction. On the floor, friction force contact between wedge as well as floor rightward direction, and contact between block and wedge also along the block rightward direction. Now we'll draw FBD of wedge. This FBD indicates active as well as reactive forces. This is the wedge. As wedge is moving in this direction, friction force acts opposite direction. Friction force acts opposite direction. Normal reaction. This normal reaction is making an angle 10 degrees with the axis of the wedge. This normal reaction is perpendicular to the surface of the wedge. And F2 and N2 to be replaced with resultant force R2. F3 and N3 to be replaced with resultant force R3. And this is the applied force P. Angle between R2 and N2 is angle of friction, and angle between R3 and N3 is angle of friction. This is the wedge angle, 10 degrees. Here 16.7 degrees. Here 16.7 degrees. And this total angle R2 making an angle 26.7 degrees with this vertical. P and R2 is making an angle 26.7 degrees with the vertical. R3 is making an angle 16.7 degrees with the vertical. And resolve R2 as well as R3 into horizontal as well as vertical components. R2 cos 26.7 degrees. R2 sin 26.7 degrees. R3 sin 16.7 degrees. R3 cos 16.7 degrees. We'll consider the equilibrium condition of the wedge. That is, summation of forces in the vertical direction is equal to 0. That is, sigma f of I is equal to 0. Here, R2 cos 26.7 degrees and R3 cos 16.7 degrees are the vertical forces. Upward forces positive, downward forces negative. Then here R2 value to be substituted. After substituting R2 value, then R3 cos 16.7 degrees is equal to 1766.48 newtons. Then R3 is equal to 1844.26 newtons. This R3 value as well as R2 value is to be used in the next stage of the solution. Now we'll consider summation of forces in the horizontal direction is equal to 0. That is, sigma f of x is equal to 0. Here horizontal forces are P, R3 sin 16.7 degrees, R2 sin 26.7 degrees. Here rightward force is positive, leftward force is negative. Then P is equal to R2 sine alpha plus phi plus R3 sine phi. Substitute here R2 value, R3 value, alpha value, phi value, and here also phi value. Then P is equal to 1977.32 sine 26.7 degrees plus 1844.26 sine 16.7 degrees. So P value is equal to 1418.414 newtons. Minimum horizontal force to be applied to raise the block P is equal to 1418.4 newtons. This is the solution for the given problem. Thank you.